So this article has been on my radar for a minute. I read it about 6 months back, and it's been out since 2018. But not talking about mental health is literally killing men. Our editor explains why we have to fix this silent crisis now, by Sean Evans. And I think this means well. I really do. But I think it also takes a very feminized approach to men, because we're not the same thing. Like, just biologically, we're just not the same thing. Our brains are not wired the same way as women's. So let's get into this a little bit. Our mission at menshealth.com has always been to help men build themselves into better men, stronger men, healthier men. Rooted in science and expert opinion, our content translates dense topics into easily digestible, actionable health advice. Piecemeal, the concepts are sound and effective, but overall, health must be viewed holistically. See what I was saying about, like, the whole feminine, like, holistically, like, that's the stuff that, like, that's market speak, like that's, I'm just reminded of this episode of South Park where they were selling, Indian, tampons made of Indian hair. It was insane. It was funny. It was very, very funny. But, so when I hear the word holistically, I kind of go to that, oh yeah, ancient voodoo BS by some snake oil salesman. One of the most integral components is your mind, which I couldn't agree more with. Your mental health is inseparable from your physical health. Not a revolutionary concept, but what is astounding is the stigmatization that still surrounds men who dare talk about their mental struggles. As we move into Mental Health Awareness Month this May, we hope to change that. But you can't. You have. In a lot of ways. You got this article, right? Men who are vocal about any kind of mental issues can be dismissed as weak, as inferior, as flawed, broken guys who are more likely to be ostracized for their honesty instead of rewarded for their bravery. Instead of affording a fellow man compassion, we mock, belittle, and turn a blind eye. We freely spit the phrase, man up, as though your gender alone should suffice to guide you through your darkest times. And so, here's the deal. We have how many generations of men raised by, raised fatherlessly, And I'm not talking about, oh, well, he has an uncle. Oh, well, he has a stepdad. Oh, well, he had, no. I'm talking about their biological counterpart. Generations, And so with that disconnect comes a lot of this. First and foremost, gender, not a thing. So yeah, no offense, Mr. Evans, but gender, I've already talked about this in other videos, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but yeah, I don't buy gender for a second. So, deal is that it's not your gender alone that should suffice to guide you through your darkest time. Our outlets are different. What Mr. Evans is ultimately asking is for men to start, oh my goodness, well, this made me feel this way and this made me feel that way. Deal is that biologically we're wired to hit. We're more wired towards, letting it out in an actionable means. And one of the big, I can't believe Terry Crews got into trouble for saying that kids growing up without fathers are malnourished, because my God, the thing that a father does, and I can speak from personal experience, is really show through action how to harness that, the energy, how to release that energy in, prayerfully more productive means. That's one of the things my dad was really big on was, accountability and work hard, work ethic. You got to work. And it really was such a driving force with him. And he didn't just speak it, he showed it. And that's why having fathers is so important, because I work my ass off, man. So anyone who's ever worked with me will let you know, you know what? I may not like him as a person, but he works his ass off. And that's really where we as men garner our saying our worth is in what we can produce and what we can make, what we can create, or, what we can obtain. Or worse, we nonchalantly respond, well, that sucks, then change the subject because talking about feelings is just too real. No, because I don't want to hear your problems, dude. I was about to say that word. I do not want to hear your problems, okay? I got my own problems, all right? Like, seriously. And we internalize our things are more internal because we are more geared. We are biologically geared more towards, you know what? Yeah, I do have to man up. I do have to face down this problem and I do have to solve it. I do have to fix it. I can't just cry about it. I can't just only thing a rocking chair is good for. Rocking chair is good because it gives you something to do, but you're not really getting anywhere. Same concept. And that's what, just complaining and griping does. I mean, and you know what? It is good to have outlets. Let's not get it twisted. It is good to talk if that's the relationship with the person that you have. But if you are, if we're strangers for the most part, no, nigga, I do not want to know your problems. What's real is the fact that 9% of men experience depression on a daily basis. That's more than 6 million men, and there's a very, very serious reason why. Even if we understand what depression feels like, we rarely admit, well, that's the culprit. We lie and say that we're tired or just cranky. More than 3 million men struggle with anxiety daily. Of the 3.5 million people diagnosed as schizophrenic by the age of 30, more than 90% are men. An estimated 10 million men in the U.S. will suffer from an eating disorder in their lifetime. Oh my God. Our own style and grooming editor, Louis Barogna, eloquently and touchingly shared his battle with bulimia. Okay, we retreat from friends and instead of drown our sorrows in numbing substances. 1 out of every 5 men will develop an alcohol dependency during his life. Everybody needs an outlet, right? Male suicide is rising at such an alarming rate that it's been classified as a silent epidemic. It's the 7th leading cause of death for males. That's staggering. That's a staggering statistic. Yeah, no doubt. Drill down into the numbers, and suicide is the 2nd most common cause of death for every age group for men 10 through 39. And I want you guys to see how these numbers are going crazy. Then go back to what I said about the 2-3 generations of young men raised without dads. And one of the things that really blows my mind is that I've actually known people to, not have their dad and then bounce on their own kid because, hey, I turned out okay. No joke. And so when broke people make broke people, man. Broken people make broken people. It's sad. Our mental problems are literally killing us, and that has to stop. This macho attitude of stuffing your feelings down or ignoring them is antiquated and downright dangerous. No, it's not. Deal is that if you that's why they're malnourished. That's why they have this void, and the void is their biological father. That's it. There's no other real answer to it. It's okay to not have your shit together. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to not have everything figured out, to feel a wave of uncertainty come crashing over you and to not know which way is up or when your next gulp of air will come. These are perfectly normal feelings that every man experiences, and it's okay to talk about. Nah, not really. I haven't, for the most part. I've never been, as someone who almost actually drowned in a pool, yeah, I've never really been, there's no, life situation that's ever made, oh my God, at least for me. And if, guys, if it has happened to you, trust me, you have my deepest sympathies. And I don't mean to come across as callous by any stretch of the imagination, but the next line is right. What's not okay is suffering in silence. If you got to talk about it to somebody, talk about it to somebody that you care about. But honestly, whatever outlet you find it. Even if it is just working out, even if it is just taking care of your car, even if it is just, going, rap, man. If you want to rap, bruh, go ahead. Spit bars, family. It's all good. However it is, whatever your outlet is, by all means, like indulge in it. I will never begrudge that. But what I feel like this article is really trying to insinuate is that, like, you know, and I see it all the time as is, because we have so many young men just completely raised on feminist principles and female, not feminist principles, but feminine principles and feminine standards, you know? So, I mean, trust me, like, yikes. A few courageous men have led the charge, exposing their plights to the rest of us. Singer Zayn Malik. Oh my god, really? They going with, like, yeah, but that's the thing. These articles always go into like celebrities and the crap that they go through. Oh yeah, me got my $1 million and stuff like that. Like, come on, bro. You're not this month. Okay, so this is about their the rest of this is about their articles and stuff like that. We'll examine the link between gut health and mental health. There are foods you can eat that are generally good for your mental well-being. We'll talk about body dysphoria, a condition our former cover star Dan Stein faced, as well as how to deal with one part of your body that you simply hate and wish you could change. Like, this is so feminine. Like, that's kind of why I was skipping over it, I guess, because I knew it would sound so feminine. You're not alone there either. Schwarzenegger said he could look in the mirror and wanted to throw up. Well, yeah, the nigga's like 1 million years old now. Hey, but he does look pretty okay in the Terminator thing. Too bad it's just that's another feminist another feminist talking point right there. Like, yeah, but you know, I don't know. I'm not a movie critic. So we're looking together. Our voices can fight. So yeah, they're just like, this is a call to all men to take part in men's health thing. Men's health. You're okay for an article or two when I'm sitting at a doctor's office, but you know, besides that, like, I ain't subscribed, because seriously, I mean, shoot, this is life, bro. You only get one. If you get ran over by a car tomorrow, right? Like, I'll put it to you like this: you ever see this show House, right? Every episode, what happens? Hey, man, just living life, enjoying. And next thing you know, oh man, it's all over. Every episode, and then that dope beat will come. Dun, dun, dun. That beat was dope. Honestly, House had one of the best opening tracks of all time. Wow, how did I take a Men's Health magazine article and turn it into a conversation about TV show intros? Anyways, guys, yeah, so that's, look, to sum it up, how long have I been running my mouth? 12 minutes. Okay, so to sum this all up, I really don't think that this whole is that hard to explain, you know, and I don't think that sitting around in a circle jerk is going to help our young men. You know, it's going to help our young men, getting them opportunities, getting them real opportunities, you know, legitimate opportunities to make, you know, more than just the slave wage per hour gig. And we got to extend it to, you know, all of them. It's like $40K a year. And trust me, I have ideas on this, but that's for, I guess, another video. But yeah, you know, I mean, we have to create just legit opportunities for those in our urban communities, for the most part. Yeah, I feel like if we hit this at a municipal level, if we actually try to address things from local levels instead of sitting there and crying to the president all the dang time, because that's something that annoyed me with Obama. It annoyed me with Bush, actually, and it's something. It was the missing key that I had, because I was like, wait a second, all these places got mayors, all these places got council reps, all these places got district leaders, all these places got an entire, you know, armies of, I mean, literal armies of, you know, party loyalists and soldiers and all that other stuff. And so, you know, like, that's something that I really went into in my other research. So, guys, that's it for this video. By all means, like if you liked it, sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice, share, because seriously, it's not that we're not talking about mental health. It's that we've allowed like 2, 3, probably even 4 generations of just degeneracy to run rampant throughout our communities. So, if you agree, toss me a share. And speak. I mean, if you disagree, that's what the comments are for. I like that I'm getting, like, some of my videos, I actually got some pretty okay traction for the fact that I'm not really putting a lot of effort into the content here. But, I mean, I appreciate that you guys come through, and I've gotten likes and comments. Like, it's really appreciated. And yeah, let's just keep going through this crazy world. Later.